Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Poe. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. won't get this off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Running the toss here to Dillon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second and 20. Love with a give to Dillon.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off the play fake, Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, they'll throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
He'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be
the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Love with it here. 3rd and short yardage. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On play action, Love to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Love. This one complete to Lacy. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On 2nd down now. Poe. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They go play action now. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Looking to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. Able to slither by. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more and more and more, but they've kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll look to throw here. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff here to his running back.
91 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He'll try again.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Chris Barnes.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They go play action here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
From the gun, they run with Ware. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it here. Ware. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On the handoff, it's Ware.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Running on first down with Ware. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the...
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
And the pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Love. Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing. Love. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Back to throw now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Second and 15. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
First down, Love to pass. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.